Good evening. My name is Thomas Noonan, and I did my organizational research paper over United Federal Credit Union, the company that I currently work for. I've worked there for the last 2.5 years, and have learned a lot through that time about the organization, and I'd like to share a little bit about it with you. The biggest part of the organization is our values. Our values are made up of ethics, quality, the membership, Team United, the business, growth, and diversity. I know those seem a little bit different than your typical values, but I'll go through them in a little more depth so that you can kind of get a grasp of what those mean to the credit union. Ethics. We try to act in the best interest of the membership, Team United, and the company. Again, I'll get into what Team United is, but we put our members first. Our members are our clients, our customers. We call them members. We think about the future of the collective and make our decisions reflect the long-term goals and directions of the organization. So we don't just think about the present, but we look at what's going to come in the years to come. We act in order to earn trust, the trust of members and the trust of our team members. It's not just about us being successful, it's about everybody being successful, to include our members. We act with integrity. We do the best thing for our members at all times. Quality. We try to exceed everybody's expectations, whether it's the members, our team members, our leadership, or the board of directors. When we set the standard, we like to exceed that. Right now, most of our goals, we are above budget, meaning we are exceeding everything that we set forth to go through in 2017. We always focus on quality results, meaning we're more like that old saying, quality over quantity. We are always measuring our results and our processes and looking for ways to improve them all the time. We do quarterly audits, we do random yearly audits, and we'll have think tanks sit down and talk about the way things are going and how we can improve them. Membership. As I said before, we do call our customers members, and the reason for that is everybody that has an account at the credit union has a share in the credit union. So we're not publicly traded or have stockholders or anything like that. Our members are the owners of the credit union. The first $5 that you put into your savings account, we put a hold on that, and then that $5 is your share. You bought a share of the credit union. If you ever leave the credit union, if you cancel your membership, we do give that $5 back. So it's not a fee. It is it's you purchasing being part of the credit union. We like to take ownership of the member experience from the time they walk into the door to the time they walk out of, whether they're coming in to do a simple transaction like cashing a check or pulling out money or depositing money, or if they're coming in to buy their first car or talk to somebody about purchasing a home. We really want to make that the best experience that they can have. Anybody can go into any financial institution and do those things, so we want to do it the better than that they can. We always try to act in the best interest of the membership, meaning we put the member first. When we're deciding to do something, like we're building 2 new branches down in South Bend. It takes a lot of money to build a branch. So it took a lot of research to determine if it was volatile for us to move into that market. We make decisions that positively impact our members and financial well-being, meaning, for example, if you were coming in to refinance your car with us and let's say you were at Chase Bank and your interest rate was 1.99 and the best I could do for you was 2.99. Well, I'd look you straight in the eye and tell you that you're in the best financial situation that you can be at this time. We want to educate the member so that they are better rounded with their finances. Team United. I told you I'd get to this, and here we go. Team United is just that. It's Team United. It's all the employees that work for the United Federal Credit Union. Everybody from your day one teller in training up to the CEO. We are Team United. They like to stress that a lot, that we are a team, and you can really tell the difference in our employee morale compared to some other financial institutions. One thing that we really do try to do is make decisions to acquire and retain high performing employees. United has one of the best benefit packages out there. So when people leave, we do try to encourage them to look at the difference between not just base pay, but the whole entire package. Another way that we retain high performing employees is continuing education. United actually does pay reimburse for up to a certain amount of dollars per employee per year to go to college. So they're always continuing growth and advancement within the credit union. There's always opportunities to grow. Another big thing is they create a culture of trust and transparency. I've been in an organization where everything's hush hush and everything's secret till the day it happens, and United Federal Credit Union is nothing like that at all. Last year we were thinking about merging with Lake Michigan Credit Union, and throughout the whole process it was just transparent. We knew everything that was going on, and when it fell through, it was broadcasted immediately to the employees of why and what was going to happen in the future. The business. Pretty simple. It's the financial institutions that balance the needs of the member, the organization, and Team United. All three pillars, if you will. That's how we're successful. We have to care about the member, the organization, and the employees. We are a business, so we have to generate income, but at the same time, we have to make sure that we're doing the best thing for our membership. Just because we can charge 18% on an auto loan doesn't mean that we should. And we make decisions that ensure sustainability over the long term. Maybe somebody's out there running 0% financing or something like that, but that's not the best thing for the credit union. We do have to charge interest and be profitable. Growth and market diversity. Geographical diversity is a big part of United Federal Credit Union. We're in 6 different states. We're in Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Arkansas, North Carolina, and Nevada. We're just getting into the Indiana market, but that's the biggest part of it is diversity. We understand that each market is unique in its own way, and that we have to play on that. We have to focus on profitable, intentional, and consistent growth. It wouldn't make sense for us to put a branch in Grand Rapids, for example, because we have nothing up in Grand Rapids, and Grand Rapids is pretty saturated with all the financial institutions that are up there. So we are very intentional in the things that we do. Organizational culture. I couldn't think of a better thing that kind of summed this whole thing up besides our mission statement. And that first line is to enhance our members' lives and improve our communities by providing a wide variety of financial tools and solutions while ensuring the financial sustainability of the cooperative membership. United is huge on giving back to the community. We give countless hours worth of manpower to different organizations and foundations and charities. Every winter we do we call it Pay It Forward, where the company actually encourages the employees to donate to a charity around Christmas time, and they give each employee $15 to go to their choice of charity or foundation. And most employees contribute more than that $15, and a lot of employees will come together, whether it's in a branch or a department or what have you, and they will come together and they'll donate everything that they can to that charity. Usually we're helping 24 plus charities, and each charity is getting at least $1,000 to $3,000. Leadership style. It's very democratic leadership style, very team oriented, very collaborative. When we have things that need to get addressed, it's a team issue. Everybody comes together to solve it because it doesn't matter if it affects just one person on a daily task to task, it affects the entire credit union throughout the whole process. Employees like to be involved in the decision making process, and when you get them involved, they just produce, and morale's a lot higher. Common behaviors of the credit union kind of plays off of the democratic leadership style. Honesty, intelligence, courage, creativity, competence, and fairness. When you look at the credit union, a lot of those behaviors are very apparent. And if somebody's lacking in an area, more often than not, they're not a great fit for the credit union, and they find employment elsewhere. Teams, like I said before, kind of with a democratic leadership, everybody at the credit union works in a team. It doesn't matter if you're a teller, a loan officer, or you're the market vice president. We all come together to figure out the best way to do something. We always have a lifeline. Whether you pick up the phone, send an email, walk in somebody's office, we're trying to find the best overall decision for or all three of the organization, the member, and Team United. Organizational structure, we're just like anybody else. We have a lot of executives, directors, market vice presidents, branch managers, assistant managers, what have you. The cool thing is that depending on what kind of aspect you're in the credit union, everybody's organizational structure is a little bit different. In the end result, everybody reports to the CEO. And again, everybody's very team oriented, so you could pick up the phone and call another manager and they're going to help you out. That's my slide. I went a little over 10 minutes, so thanks for bearing with me, and thank you again.